What's going on? What's going on YouTube, Facebook? What's the word, man? We out here grinding once again, in song. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So it is 11:53 Pacific Standard Time. It is 2:53 Eastern Standard Time. A little late in the day. Yesterday I did a trade earlier in the day, and I did a live trade session earlier in the day. So today it is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Oh man, let's grind. Always grinding, 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 grinding. Always grind. Let me see. Doing the audio check. Check, check. There we go. Sorry, guys. I got my video popped off. All right, cool. I'm back. All right, so now that we know audio is good, let's get right back into it. So right now we're trading the USD market. I've already been trading early today, hence why I already have my chart marked up. Again, beautiful trend line. Um, Came from this low up. There was no more wicks beforehand, so we got in right here at the body, and came down, responded. Let's zoom in on it. Zoom in so we know. Get it open. See what the market is doing. So boom, boom, boom. So beautiful support. Big candle break, resistance, big candle break up, big candle break down. So I know some people may be saying, hey, how is this a good trend line and how do I identify that? And again, I have a video on that as well. Check my page out. I just dropped it the other day. So it's a little long, but trust me, it's worth your time. So at this point, we went through the trend line. Big candle break is what we're looking for. Remember, there's three rules, guys: support, resistance, and big candle break. And this is showing us that as well right here. So we have support here, big candle break at the very end. We got a nice hammer here, but that's still resistance. Yeah, big candle break through our trend line, big candle break back through our trend line, and then we have resistance with another big candle break. So this looks really good. We have our support and resistance zones. So from here, went from this wick to the bottom of this wick as a resistance zone. And then also, I drew this resistance zone earlier this morning. You can go to my Instagram page and see my trade from today, Bearded Nadex on Instagram. Just search Bearded Nadex and it should pop up and you'll see my stories of this entire trade I did from today, 9/6/2023. So I'm going to be trading there every day. Every trade I made today, I made $194 in profit, which is a good day. Any day for me, close to $200 a day. Um, as I can get, I think that's a good day. I mean, every day you profit is a good day. So let's get it in. So same theory, guys. I'm looking at the same theory, the same three sets of rules. Resistance here. Now, even though we have wicks going into our support and resistance zone, the body of the candle stop right there. So that's is resistance. So resistance, big candle break through the this zone, went up high, support. I'm sorry, resistance came back down. We got support here, which is awesome. Big candle break. I actually got in right here. So the market got in here, pulled back, and then took another step up. So I actually got in this area this morning to make my profit. Now, what I have not touched on is strategy. Right? I've touched on in videos, trend lines. Yesterday we talked about getting into trades, and you saw me trading live. Um, But what I really have not gotten into is the strategy. And this is really what it is. I want you guys to really pay attention to this live. I am going to make a YouTube video about this. but I want to really get into this strategy here. So this strategy I use is the two touch methodology, and this is really for a lot of traders who are coming into the market, new traders that want to get in with easy setups. This is a very easy setup once you know what the market is doing. So first and foremost, we see here the market uh, is shot up. At this point, we know the market's in an uptrend, right? So we already know the value of the trend. How do we set up? How do we get into it? Well, we use the two. I personally love the two touch method, and the two touch method just tells us that the market is trying to go up or trying to go down. It tries once, it tries twice, and then the third candle is what I essentially call our money candle, right? I'm gonna have a video going into more detail about this, but this is how I like to get my setups. So if we're coming up here, right, the market is already shown support. I'm sorry, already shown resistance at this part price point. We reverted back, we came back up. At this point, I'm looking at, okay, this is our first touch. Market's coming up. This is our first touch. Market second candle opens here. I'm sorry, opens up here, goes up, tries to go higher, cannot do it, pulls back. But if you see here, they open and close up at the same point, right? At the same price. Oh, and I'm missing something too. What the heck is going on? Moving average is not here. Oh man, this is crazy. Hold on, let's just get this going, dude. Moving average. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I messed something up earlier. Let's get into it real quick. Hold on. This is not good at all. Simple trading charts. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, see, it's not even. This ain't even what I wanted to do. Method SMA. No, we want EMA. Length should be 21 days. And this is how I haven't even gone into. I haven't even done my indicator video yet. But days and invisibility, second style, EMA, smooth line, default inputs, 21 day, visibility. Trying to get to the line area. Okay, cool. What the heck is that? Smoothing time frame charts. Okay. So that's it. But I'm trying to. Where is? Oh, sorry. I had it. Seconds, minutes, days, minutes, ranges. Okay. Where is? Am I tripping? Oh, I'm about to say, am I tripping? I wanted to change the thickness. Sorry about that, guys. I'm like, what the heck is the thickness? Okay, so it's a 21 EMA day club, EMA closing 5. So let me just verify this real quick. This looks a little different. I have to check some of my. Yeah, I don't like this EMA. This EMA is not set right. Hold on. So it's not set right. Visibility input. So it's close. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I believe my EMA was in, but I'll get it together. But let's get it back. 5 minute. All right, guys. So this is the 5 minute. Actually, I'll check it. I'll check it. So let's see. Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We got it. Good. All right. So let's do this. We just zoomed in. All right. So this is my two-touch methodology. The market broke high here very rapidly again to our resistance zone. So this is at this point, um, we're in a buy, right? We're in a buy, right? We're in an uptrend. Sorry, buy uptrend. We're in an uptrend, and the market is so. For you guys coming in, you want to know, how do I get into a trade? What strategy are you using? What are you seeing, right? So for me, if I know this is an uptrend, right, I'm looking for uh, uptrends in the market. Or I'm looking for setups in the market. So what I like to do is the two-touch methodology. So that means we touch once, we touch twice. The third candle is our money candle. Okay. So based upon, we know the uptrend, know it's an uptrend, right? So the market comes to this support and resistance zone here, pulls back, gathers momentum. Now here, since we know it's an uptrend, let me just show you guys real quick. Since we know it's an uptrend, right? And we know the market stopped here, right, on this red candle. This is our first candle. The market shot up, came back down, and we know it's an uptrend. So based upon this candle, we see that the market went lower and pulled back and then closed here. Then this candle pulled back and then when shot up, came right back down. So that's showing us that there is sellers in the market that want to bring this price down, and they still have energy here because this long wick is telling us that the shot high and been pulled back. Now, what we're looking at is this a setup? Okay, so let's zoom in real quick. Let's open it up. Sorry, guys, let's zoom in. Open it up. Okay, cool. So from here, we know market came down. It's an uptrend. So I'm not worried about it engulfing this candle. What I'm worried about is the next candle. So this candle stops here. This candle um, opens here. I'm sorry, opens here at this, shoots up and then pulls back. Right. So that's one touch. The market tried to go down. This is two touches. The market tried to go down because we see there's a wick here. So it was a test to try to go down, but buyers are coming into the market. And again, we're in a uptrend. So buyers are coming into the market and they're wanting to um, push this high. All right. So we base off the trend. Sorry. We know that based off the trend. So if it tries to go low here, tries to go low here, that's telling me, all right, that's telling. Sorry, actually, let's draw. Dang, none of my drawers, my draw twos. My stuff is all messed up. Mm, I have to choose a highlight. Okay, so if we see here, all right, actually it's highlighted. Change this color. Let's get back. Let's get okay, so here, this is not good. Get that out of here. All right, actually, here, yeah, let's do it like this. So here, we're gonna get rid of this for a second. Here. So here we see the market try to go low, couldn't go low anymore. Uh, price was pushed back up. This next candle, we tried to go high. Sellers are still in the market trying to push it down lower, but buyers are coming in, overtaking them, right? Get this out here. And then next candle. So this would be our money candle. So let me just explain it. So the market, we're in an uptrend. We're looking for, this is an uptrend. We're looking for buying opportunities, right? So at this point, this is not a buying opportunity because look how long this candle's going, and then we're in news as well at this point, right? So this candle broke through all of our last resistance, broke through our EMA. It's doing what it has to do. News is affecting it, but we're still in this converting this towards an uptrend, right? So market goes up. This is the response candle to this movement. It's not engulfing. Stops here. We get a lower hammer, but we get open and closing at the same point.
Huh? You want eggs and stuff?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. So after it comes to this point, it shoots up. Okay, sorry. So after we come to this point right here, this is our money candle. So this is our money candle. Just turn the screen. This is well, we already so darker. Whatever. All right, I'm not an artist. All right, guys. So this is actually let's get it lighted. Okay, so this will be our money candle, right? So the market is showing us at this price point, it can't go any lower. It's already starting to pull back and go back up, but there's not enough energy. Buyers are still in the market, and then we have here where the candle actually opens at the end of this candle, so it's actually above or right at where this closed at. Now, if this candle would have closed down here where it opened at, we could be more in consolidation mode. But this fact that it opens above the close of the last candle is showing us that the market is starting to trend up, and I will probably end up taking this trade. Now, with that being said, all right. So let me get that up. With that being said, oh yeah, so with that being said, guys, oh crap, I don't know why I'm locked into this thing. With that being said, guys, all right, we have to figure out how to get into this candle. So for me, what my rule of thumb is, if this candle opened here and starts to pull back, I'm looking to get in here. Anything under here. So anything in this space here, I'm looking, you know what I mean, to really, so anything in here, I'm looking to get into, right? Because this is below where the last wick was. This is telling me that it's breaking below that, but we know it's an uptrend. So for us, this is where we enter it. Okay. So this is where we're going to enter right here in this zone right here. Let's get the bot rectangle on. In this area right here is where we want to get into the trade. We don't want to be up here. We don't want to be up here. We want to be behind the last low. You know what I mean? Even though the market came down lower than that, right? It came down to here. You know, it still broke this last low. So we want to be in here, and then we want to ride this back up, especially in Nadex or binary options, guys. We want to ride this back up and it turns into our money candle. I did the same thing here this morning. So if you go to my IG, bitternadex.com, you'll see that I posted the pictures. The market shot up. I missed this action right here, but the market shot up, touched our resistance zone. One touch, two touch. So we see it came up, tried to break through, could not. Even here, tried to go higher. Market pushed it right back down. Cannot break through our resistance zone. At this point in time, right? Pull back, and this is where I got in. So I got in at up here in our support and resistance zone, and I rolled that baby down. Then I got in a little late. I didn't get the proper price point I wanted, but I got in, you know, around this area, and then rolled it down for a dub. Now, if we are, and I know people are going to say, "Hey, I thought you said it was a downtrend." I'm sorry, I thought you said it was an uptrend. You've been saying uptrend, 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 trade with the trend. Once you master this, once you get this thing down and you get your support and resistance zones and your trend lines down and you trust in what you're doing, you can pull these trades off like this. You're going to understand that in order for the market to continue to go up, it has to come back down, gather energy, and continue to go up. So that is something that you guys have to keep in your mind that, hey, look, the market is, in order to keep going higher, because market doesn't go straight up. We all see it. It doesn't go straight up. It goes up this way. So in order for the market to continue to break through this trend line, break through into this support and resistance area, you are going to have to gather energy. So this is 1, 2, 3 big candle, couple pips. I mean, this started at 512, let's say 510, and this is 58. So this is 70 micro pips just shot up. That energy has to be responded to. So think about it. With every move, there's a counter move that has to respond to, right? There has to be, the market has to equalize this. So it's going to be one, and then a counter, one, then a counter. So we see from this, counter or reaction, not a counter, I apologize, a reaction to that movement. So from here, the market shoots up. The reaction to this move was this. So let's get into it real quick. So the reaction from this move here, right, to get to this point, right, and then that same reaction was potentially to here. Now the market did get to this low at some point, but you got to remember we're in an uptrend, right? So you have to, and this is what I keep telling guys, you have to be mindful of the trend and where the market is going. You don't control that, you just ride it, right? So I know this is an uptrend. So the market shot back down to this wick, but I know it's not going to maintain that low. That's the sellers trying to push it back low, but we've already been in the trend. So we go back up here, and this is for you new traders that want confirmation. This is what we call confirmation. This is a beautiful trade right here. We have the market, we're in an uptrend, we know that already. Market goes up, hits our support and resistance zone, pulls back, touches this point, right? So this is the first confirmation. We know we're in an uptrend. So, all right, guys, how do we get in? How do we get in? How do we get in? Look at the charts. You got to read them. Comes back down. It touches here. Can't go any lower. That's our first confirmation. We can't. If you want to trade off of one confirmation, it's up to you. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. But or I have to really be confident in that situation, right? So the second candle is showing us, right? Market came all the way down to here, right? At some point, it dropped super low. So for us, we're just watching. This is where we watch because we don't know. This could break back down. The news could just be fluff. This could be reaction to that news. This could be trying to engulf the last candle. So we have to wait. So once this candle stops, pulls back, it opened here where the last one closed at. Can it come down? Thank you. Thank you so much. Wife for taking care of me, bringing me food. This is Mrs. Natives bringing me food. All right, guys. So let's get back to it. So once the market gets to this point, I'm watching it. Okay, it's maybe engulfing candle. You know, maybe the market is responding to the news and going to reset itself. You know, maybe it's going to go back to the trend it was at. We don't know, right? But once it pulls back, goes back up, breaks into our resistance zone, oh, that's telling us where the market is going, right? That candle structure is telling us where the market is going. So once it breaks up, goes up high, pulls back, which we know it's going to do, and it closes in our resistance zone, this is our money candle. Why? The market tried to go down low once, tried to go low twice, pull back on itself into the resistance zone, and now it's going to continue to go higher. And we know it's an uptrend. So once this breaks into our resistance zone, remember our resistance zone follows the same rules as our trend line. Support, resistance, big candle break. We have resistance here, we have resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Big candle breakthrough. This is our money candle. we want to get in, and this is where we get in at. I'm not just gonna give y'all a piece of the game. I'm gonna give y'all all the game. This is where we get in at. Anything below this last candle closure is where we want to be at. We want to be right there. We want the market to come down a little bit. We want to get in out of the money to get a better rate in Nadex, and then we want to let that push back up and get us all this profit right here. All right. So this is one touch, two touch, money candle. It's the money candle strategy, baby. It's so simple. And if anybody needs help with it, just let me know. But follow me on IG. This is what I do. So once we're in the support and resistance zone, I ain't got no worries because I know the next point of resistance is going to be up here somewhere. So we get in here, we in the middle, we're gonna ride that up. There's nothing blocking us from going any higher. Once we get to this point, once it closes up here, hey, the market tried to go higher, it couldn't. It closed. It closed here. New candle tried to go up higher, went low, pulled back up. This next candle actually went low, touched the last low where the rest of these were, and then pulled back up. So that's telling me, okay, the market. This candle is really telling me what's going on. But market tried to go high, couldn't. I want to suspect that this candle can't go high either. And then that's our one touch, two touch. Now these are not perfect candles. I probably wouldn't take this trade because I'm not going to take one after another. I want to watch and see what it does and see if it's going to actually break back. Now, once this candle closes underneath the last candle, this could be our money candle. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that, oh, here, take that trade, because it's not. The trade is not the setup, not a perfect setup. Okay, or even a high quality setup. I'm not say perfect because there's never anything perfect. It's not high quality. I'm sorry, guys. It's high quality, right? So this is the high quality that we want, right? We move this up the way. This is the bottom of our support resistance zone. The market is clearly reacting to that. Why we see it here? It's reacted to it. So if I want to get into a call trade, a up trade, right? Trading up, saying that the market is going to go higher, I need one, two, and then we're bouncing off of our trend line. I'm sorry, off our support and resistance zone line here. And that is giving me more confirmation to say, okay, cool, the market is expecting this as it did in the past. We're in an uptrend. It's not going to break out our support and resistance zone. It tried to shoot up high here. It came down. The market tried to come down here. Couldn't do it. Couldn't break back down. And what is it going to do? So this is one touch, two touch on top of a trend, on top of a support and resistance zone, because it's going to go higher. So I would definitely have taken this trade to go higher. There is no bottom wick. So that tells me that the market didn't even try to test again. It just shot back up. I would love to see a bottom wick because that kind of helps me to get entry. But if I'm basing this off my money candle strategy, I'm jumping in this trade. All right. And then as it continues to go up, we see how it gets more choppy. This is no man's land here. This is what I want you guys to understand. This is where we make mistakes and lose money jumping in here. Why are we jumping in here when we have the top and we have the bottom? Why? Just wait. Just wait. It's 5 minutes. Just wait. Keep looking. So here we go to the top. Now we're at the very top of our support resistance zone, right? We got big candle breakthrough. Next candle, same thing. Big candle break back down here. They open at the same price, right? It's open here, this open here, pull back. And now this candle engulfed this last candle coming down. This is our money candle. So we have one touch, two touch. They couldn't go higher. Engulfing candle, boom, money candle, right? Get back here. Same situation. This is even better than the previous one. Why? Because we got our 21-day EMA giving us support, and we know that gives us support too, right? So if we coming down here, it's going to test one touch, two touch. They open at the same price. This closes at this price. This opens at the same price. So even money. This didn't open underneath it. This didn't open below it. It opened at around the same price. Engulfed the last candle, right? The body engulfed it. Next candle came down. This is a money candle. And we're trying to get in. We're trying to get in right here. Right here. That's what we want to get in. I'm giving y'all the game. Nobody on the internet is going to get, nobody on YouTube is going to give y'all the game. Shout out to my man, Rod Owens. Shout out to Black Knowledge. Shout out to Urban Forex. If you don't know who Urban Forex is, if you don't know who, I don't even want to say the church's name, but go check out Urban Forex as well. Dude, it's crazy. All right, let's get back to it. But shout out to all my people, man. My man Rod Owens who put me on. Shout out to Charles Tyler, man. The guys who showed me how to trade many years ago. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so these are beautiful trades within our support and resistance zone. And this is why I love drawing these zones, because this is easy money. We got our top, we got our bottom, and we're gonna abuse it and use it until we make this money. So here we're looking at now. All I'm doing, and then all I'm doing, look guys, all I'm doing is stretching this. Stretch it over, stretch it over. I'm not touching anything. I'm not adjusting nothing for y'all. I'm just moving it over. As we see, look what the market is doing. It's respecting it. It's respecting. Now this is consolidation. Don't trade this. I ain't doing it. You know, da 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 da. This right here would have been a loss because, well, let me see. This possibly would have been a loss if he would have followed. Now that's what. This is why I want to show you guys this, because this strategy is not 1,000. It's not 100%. It's not. No strategy is, right. So off of our logic, right? We see that this came down here, same price point, one touch, two touch. Now, what you guys don't see is, it did break through the EMA, which is great, right? But we still got all this space down here below the candle. We got all this no man land here. It's not up against, like, it's not here where it's up against not here where it's up against our support resistance bottom line, right? This is up here. So even though it broke through, it's a lot of energy to break through that. It still has to be responded to. And I would love this to come down to here maybe, and then, but it didn't do that. You see the green candle did come down and try to go lower, and then to push back up. And then this we would have been thinking is our money candle, but we would have lost this trade. So that's what I say. That's what I say, guys. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful. You gotta watch it. Okay. So here we see that this came back down. This candle came down, touched this candle, right? Touched the bottom of our support resistance zone, and then our red candle engulfed it, right? So you guys are starting to see what I'm saying here. This aside from this candle, but this candle engulfed. So this candle came down. They open close at the same price point. This engulfed it. This candle came down and engulfed, but this is the reaction to it. This candle came down, touched our bottom. This is touched our bottom, but this engulfed it. So this came down, touched, shot back up, hugged our EMA. So the EMA, once we break back through our EMA, this EMA turns into what? Resistance. I'm giving you guys so many points of the point resistance that you can bounce off of. So this once we break back through here, because remember the rules. Remember the rules of support and resistance. There has to be 3 rules, right? Support, resistance, big candle break. Big candle break. So we have one big candle break up, down. Now this big candle break comes back down here, opens. I'm sorry, closes underneath our EMA. EMA turns into what? Resistance. So here's our one touch to try to break back through. Here's our second touch to try to break back through, and then we come back down to here. So if we have one touch, two touch, and this is engulfing, boom! Look at that drop out. That's money candle. That's what we gotta look for. We gotta use logic within the actual strategy. All right, guys. So I hope that makes sense. I want to come out with more videos, way more videos. I want you guys to really grasp this, man. This is so powerful. And it's not hard to learn, man. Once you get it, understand it, it's boom, boom, boom. Now, this is me. I was doing the same thing. I'm just gonna drag this over again. All right, I'm just dragging it over, and it's not, this isn't correlating as much. But again, the market came down, respected our EMA. Let's move this out the way. Sorry, respected our EMA. Boom, pushed it backwards. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Finally opened up right here, broke through from here to here, closed on top of our support resistance zone area. This turns into support, uptrend till we break through, uptrend, uptrend. Now the market's trying to come back down here, still flowing, still going high. Now this is an instance in our trading that we're wrong, right? We're wrong on this one. So this is another support leg, or maybe another support resistance zone, but one touch, two touch, engulfing candle. This should be our money candle, right? Coming down. It's not. It's not. You see, it's not, right? So the strategy isn't 100%, guys. It's not 100%. That's why I love Nadex, because if it's not working, we hop on out of there. We're gonna take a loss. We're gonna get a lick, but we're not gonna lose the whole bag. So this is what I'm saying, guys. And then we have a complete dropout to our EMA, which shows support. One touch, two touch, back up. All right. This is not an engulfing candle. So for us, remember, we're still on the uptrend. So now this is like a beautiful setup right here. We may do a nice little setup right here. So sorry. Sorry, let me check some stuff. Okay. Remember, we're still in the uptrend. I have drawn no trend lines as of yet. Right? We're just in the support and resistance zone. So we're gonna delete this. Let's clean up our charts. Remember, guys, let's clean up charts. And I don't have no fancy indicator. This is trading view, guys. This is trading view. Okay, so where are we going? Boom, boom, back. Boom, boom, back. Boom, boom, back. Do I like that? You like that? Do like that. I like this a little bit better. Okay, I like this a little bit better. Okay, so that's one. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see if we can find something that we like. That looks good right there. That looks really good. Okay. Boom, boom. Ooh, look at this. Shot back up. So we might be in another support resistance zone. So, all right, guys. So we made our money here. What the heck? Where my CCI go? Oh, CCI, let's go. And these are my indicators. I'm sorry. So I don't even use the awesome oscillator anymore. I use a CCI, commodity channel index, and I use a moving average. These are my indicators. That's it. That's all I use. Get him out of here. Okay, we're on the uptrend, shooting up. Awesome. So now I'm trying to. Okay, so let's do this then. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Okay, so let's start from here. Can we start from here? That's a little too steep for me. I don't like that. Remember, we're doing this live, guys, so ain't no thing. Trying to find something. What's this? Hold on. I think we might find something. Hold on. This a little better. Let me see if that makes sense. Oh, that looks pretty good. You know, see how we're cutting through these small candles? We don't want that. We don't want that. We want boom, boom, boom. So this is big support, support, resistance. So we want candle break, support, 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 support. So we'll test that out. Let's see how that looks. Let's go to the M15 real quick. Looks decent. Let's go to the M30. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. Yeah, we're checking. Market is respecting it on the M1. Okay, let's get it back. All right, guys. So let's take it this way. Let's see what we're getting into. So we're in a whole new high here. So let's do this. We're gonna move that. All right, we're gonna clear that noise out. So we're in a whole new high here. The market is come back up. All right, we have our trend line for right now, set on support. Now the reason I didn't go to a wick here, and I'm looking at the reason I didn't go to a wick here is because this EMA is here. So I know that's an extra added layer of support. Right? So our trend line is hugging our trend line very nicely. So that's the reason why I saw it. I was like, okay, well, our trend line is going to be support and resistance. Um, it's hugging our trend line. So let's see what it does. All right. So this is the last high. All right. So let's draw our new support and resistance. So that's our new support and resistance. See it. Okay. Bam. And you're like, yeah, how did you get to the support and resistance? Okay. Again, the three rules. Resistance, big candle break. All right. Actually, can we come down to the body? Let's go to the body. I'm gonna go to the body. Sorry, guys. So again, we have big candle break here. Support, 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 support. Big candle break. Drive back up. Now this is where I'm kind of like, I don't know. These two candles. Let's see how big these are. I guess. I mean, we're coming off of a huge uptrend from here, bounce off this, so momentum is here. But it closed on top of our support resistance zone, so it's fine. 1, 2, right? Engulfing candle. This could be a money trade. I would be weary because we're trying to break through this zone here. So I probably wouldn't have taken this trade just because I'm worried about breaking through here. And it's not being a big candle like this one. Come down. Now this is if I have my trend line drawn or even have an MA and my as an EMA, I'm looking for this to come up underneath here. So that's just what I'm looking at. And then we have big candle break back into the support and resistance zone. So we're in the uptrend, right? We are waiting to see what the market's going to do. This is the first candle. This candle may be red. We're going to see. But we're not 100% sure yet. All right. Oh, look, it is pulling back. So look, I said, guys, there's a reaction to a move in the market. If there's a big move, there's a reaction to it. Okay. If it's a small move, usually there's a small reaction to it. But there's a small reaction to it. So there is going to be a reaction to this. So that's what we're really waiting for. Right. We're waiting for the reaction to it. And if this is a good reaction, we'll see in the next couple of minutes here. We may be setting this up for the money candle. So remember, guys, we are in the uptrend. So let's go see what this looks like on the team. Nice. Consolidation. H1 still shooting up high, looking very nice. But we don't know if it's going to get back to this high. All right. So, but it's moving. It's about it's like 3070 plus 20. It's about 100, about 90 micropips, 90 pips off. So we'll see what it does. But Let's look at candle structure. Once again, guys, candle structure. Let's look at it. Let's get into it. This is on the H1. We're looking at candle structure. Look what we got in that. Big candle breakthrough. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm looking to find out if this is going to actually break back. So this is what I'm thinking. Came up. This is a lower high. All right. So we're in the uptrend, but this is a lower high. So let's see if the market is going to respect it, pull back. I'm not sure. We're going to see in a second. All right. But that's where the market's going to be. This is what the market is doing right now. So let's set it back up and see what it looks like. If this turned into a doji candle, I would love that because that's awesome. And then this next candle, oh, it's still shooting up. So we got 26 seconds left. That's why we wait for the 2 touches. That's why we do the 2 touches, baby. That's why we do the 2 touches. Oh, nice. That's why we do the 2 touches, baby. I'm just watching it. All right, guys. So no, 2 touches, 2 touches, 2 touches, 2 touches. Oh, doji candle. Okay, cool. So we got a doji. We got a doji. Let's jump into our. I'm jumping into the demo. I'm not jumping into my live account. What the heck is going on? I don't know what the heck is going on. Come on, man. What's that doing? What's going on with this? Hold on 1 second. Oh wow. Okay, why is my even there? Why is this not? Okay. Okay. Yes, TJP1. All right, guys. So let's get back to it. All right, guys. Let's get back to it. So this is my Nadex. Hold on, my Nadex. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Yay. Oh, look, okay, so boom, that's where we want it to be at. Okay, that's not good. Nadex isn't giving us a good price. Arg. This is the stresses. Okay, so even though it's a doji candle, a doji is usually means the candle open and close at the same price. That's what doji candle. Doji candles often represent change in direction in the market. So the fact that this is shooting up to test the top of our support and resistance zone is awesome to me. That is showing me that the market is attempting to go higher the same way it did here. And let's see if it breaks. All right. Now I would love to get in right there. That's the price point. I would love to get it. Nadex had it. If Nadex had that price point, I would love to get into it. But my Nadex does not have that price point right now. Actually, let me do this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tripping right now. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me share my screen. Let me share my entire screen. So here, stream y'all real quick. I'm gonna remove that. Okay, let's share our entire screen. All right, cool. So we got our entire screen shared. Oh, there it is. For sale. I didn't get in. I was watching this. I missed it. I'm just jumping in. I missed it. But all right, whatever. Whatever. But look. But here we go. Remember I told you Doji candle, pull back, it went up and tested, which we wanted it to do, right? We wanted it to test, and it pulls back on us. We missed it. We didn't get in the trade. But guys, this is what I'm saying. We want to be up here. We want to trade. We want to get into our trade. If you're trading European binary options, what I'm saying, if you're trading with the overseas broker, if you're trading, I don't know what the brokers' names are nowadays, IMF, ABC. Back in my day, it was FX Glory, Boss Capital. This is where this is why my mind is going here, right? So let's go back to our Nadex real quick. Let's go back to our Nadex. I mean, we got a hard. We didn't really get anything good. We got in at 27, which is not good at all at this price point. Right now, one contract is going to bring us $10. I mean, it is what it is at this point. We should have really got in up here, but I'm talking too much. All right, so we have to be below 147.73 right now. We're at 147.728. We're at 2 micro pips below. Let's see if we even win this trade. Remember, if it's even money, you lose. So we may have lost this trade, I think. No, I think we won. Did we win? Did we lose on? I'll check it in a second. But even money in Nadex is a loss. So even if you close the same price, like if it's supposed to be above that price and you close at that price, it's still lost. They count it as a loss. Actually, and this is a tidbit you guys need to know. Nadex has a 2 micro pip gap. So that means if say you're winning a trade by 2 micro pips and it closes, you can still lose because they say I've emailed Nadex multiple times about this. They have told me multiple times there is a 2 micro pip gap. So even if you're winning the trade by 2 micro pips, they can still say it's a loss. If you winning the trade by 2 micro pips, it could be a loss. If you're losing the trade by 2 micro pips, that can still go in your favor as well. So you see, you figure that out. But that's some of the things. And I'm gonna do a dark side of Nadex video as well. But look at this. Oh man, it dropped out nicely. We got in here, pulled by. I mean, look, and I'm telling you, it's gonna probably drop out till it gets back to down here because it's responding to all this movement. Now, this is the last low. Da, da, da. We are still in the uptrend, but that was a beautiful setup we just did. We won that trade, I believe. You only put 2 contracts in. That's all we could put in at that point in time. But that would have been a great opportunity to show you guys what I'm talking about. I mean, you can go back and re-listen to what I just said. And I said, and I told y'all, that's when the market shot up to this price point. That is exactly what we wanted. That's what we wanted. We wanted it to be out there because that's telling us that the market is going up high. But the doji candle before that is saying it's a change in direction. And again, the doji candle, look up doji candles. Doji candle is just when the candle opens and closes at the same price point, creating that thin line, right? Look at that drop out. Oh man, the market has to respond to movement, guys. I'm telling you, and this is where you get in. This is where you get opportunities. Now, if this market comes back down and tests on the bottom, that'd be awesome. But right now, I mean, this is no man's land. Okay, you're gonna hear me talk about no man's land a lot. This is no man's land. This is where people get stuck. This is where greed kicks in. This is where fear kicks in. This is where people think they know how to trade and they jumping into these trades. We're not trading in this zone. Why? Where's the top? Where's the bottom? If I jump in this trade and say, oh, it's going to pull back and go up, how can I substantiate that? Right? But if it comes down and touches the bottom of our support resistance zone, then that's telling me that's a border, that's a block, that's support, right? So I'm gonna get beneath that support, and then my trend line is right underneath that. My EMA is right underneath that. So that's a lot of good support right there. Let's see what Nadex is giving us. Let's see what Nadex is showing us as a potential to get in. All right. get them in. Let's see what they're giving us. Come on, Nadex, what you gonna give us? All right, so Nadex is giving us that. There's nothing really around it. I mean, this is our price point. Uh, it's no money there. At the top, we're too far gone to jump in a sell off. So now we just gotta wait. It's a minute. Wait. We go back. Look at our charts. We take our time. We breathe. We breathe. Right, and look where the market's going to. Right to where we want it to. Right to where we want it to. It's 349. All right. The market is moving to where we want it to move. And we don't got no fears about that. We ain't got no qualms about that. We have no issues about where the market is going to. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Right here. Now, this is where I want to be at. I want a border between me and the market. I want something to tell me that, hey, Kev, we're going to stop right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bitter Nadex, we're going to stop right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's where we at in time? Sorry, guys. We got time. Can't do. We are at. Oh, we just at an hour. All right, awesome. I can feel it. I can feel it. Who is this? Please write your opinion. Oh, okay. I got people on Instagram. Trying to, I mean, Instagram, Facebook. I got Facebook, whatever, YouTube. Definitely need somebody to help me with my thumbnails. Shining. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm gonna remove that real quick. All right, guys. So we're gonna continue the series, man. I'm on StreamYard right now. I like basically what it's doing for me, so I'm going to subscribe to StreamYard. Keep bringing you guys content. If you have any questions, anything you want me to go over, anything that is bothering you, I will be going on the road. Shout out to my man, Black Knowledge, down in Colombia. Gotta go see my brother. Gotta go see him. So I gotta go support his brand, support his shop. If they don't know who Black Knowledge is, check them out, blackknowledge.com. That is my guy. If you want to know the source of where I learned, who I learned from, uh, Urban Forex. He just dropped, I believe yesterday, a trend line video. How to draw trend lines in the market. You gotta watch it. I don't get paid to promote this man. Um, I don't work. I don't work for him. I'm not an affiliate. I just watch his content and I learn from this guy. Watch his free content. I got his paid content. There is so many things within the market that you guys need to learn from a logical standpoint. And I love the content. That's my source. Urban Forex is my source. I'm not here to stop anyone from being successful. I just want you guys to be successful. I want you to not fall for the BS. I want you to be successful in everything that you're doing, this trading game, the best brokers, the best strategies, the best setups. That's what we're going to do. The best brokers, the best strategies, the best setups. That's going to be my slogan. You know what I mean? Only the best. All right, guys, it's my time. I'm coming in at an hour. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys. We have a great day in the market. Continue to have a great week. Let's close the year off.